All right, this is going to be a little different video in regards to real fears and false sciences, the series. And this is more about working out. This is more hopefully motivating in the sense of what we're trying to encourage in terms of health and fitness. And if you've watched the other two videos, which are very difficult to watch, it was about two gentlemen who were facing death with two life debilitating diseases that eventually did take them out. But their spirit and their motivation and their mindset was impressive, and why I filmed them. And we can learn a lot from people like that, big time. And so that's kind of what we're doing here, except in a different version, in the fact that we're still alive and we can do something about it. So I'm trying to communicate that, and by doing some interviews of people who, for whatever reason, and they give their reasons why they work out, and this is a little bit more oriented toward the gym, resistance exercise, concentrating on a number of different elements to it for strength and endurance. And we talk to people who do different types of athletic events and different things that motivate them. And this is about you finding what works for you. That's super important. What works for you matters, and will keep you motivated and keep you going. And whatever the hell it is, doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it's bicycling, volleyball, basketball, weight training, doesn't matter. You get out there, be physical. These are biomechanical machines, and everything you put in this body matters. Surely we know that by now. Everybody knows that. And having the willpower and strength to do it, you'll meet some people who, a good part of their life, had a different lifestyle, and they were able to change it with some tools they'll talk about. That's why hopefully this will be a very motivating video for you, as was, I think, the first two. They're hard to watch. Nobody likes to confront those death issues, especially when we're all counting down the clock, man. But hey, you make the best of the time you have. In whatever it is you're doing, don't waste your time on a bunch of negative crap. It doesn't do any good. It's pointless. Solve your problems, move on. As Rich said in his video, what are you doing good today? What are you thinking positive about? So that's what this video is about. Hopefully it'll be motivating and get you motivated. Get back in the gym or on the bike or whatever it is, and get yourself out there and be healthy, man, and eat good stuff. Watch what you eat. Learn about what you're eating. It's all about education, man. There's lots of good stuff out there now from really good applied sciences that are real, and that's part of this whole series. There's a lot of false sciences out there, but we concentrate on the good stuff. So let's do it.
It's recording now. All right, so what's your main reason for being here, other than obviously to be fit? Did you have any other ideas?
I mean, that's my main concern due to the military and everything. I have to.
Right.
I got to stay in shape.
Sure.
So between the weightlifting, the bodybuilding, and boxing at the gym and the military, I think it helps with the positive mindset. I feel like anybody who takes the time to come in and take care of themselves, it says a lot about their character.
There you go.
So personally, I do it because I like to do it. It's a hobby to me now. If I don't do it, I don't feel right. So it's one of those things. I gotta take care of myself. I gotta continue to take care of myself.
What's your main motivation?
Probably just health.
Yeah.
Health overall. Not just physical, mental as well.
Yeah.
It's a good stress reliever.
Yeah.
I kind of come in here, get into my zone.
Yeah.
Nobody bothers me. Stay
Right.
focused. So.
What's the psychology of it? It gives you a bit of, would you say it would give you a little bit of self-control?
It does.
Yeah, a little bit of security, right, for yourself?
Yeah, and I used to always have an issue with self-control. That's why boxing was a big thing, right?
Right.
But for some reason, being able to focus and stay focused and having that goal set. Because no matter what, everybody I've met that's into it that has done it for years, they're never satisfied.
Right.
And the fact that you're always going for that next goal, I think, keeps your mind busy.
Right.
If you can control yourself to do stuff like that and commit to it, I feel like you'll have self-control all the way through. And I never used to have that. I mean, boxing was supposed to be my outlet, you know, but that was more so I wouldn't get into fights and everything.
Sure.
But this actually taught me patience.
Right.
So,
yeah. Patience is the big deal, right? Yeah. Awesome, man. Let me get
I've been working out since I was 6 years old, and now I'm 55.
Okay.
So the biggest thing, of course, as you know, health-wise, Native Americans, diabetes,
Oh, big time. Right.
it's big amongst our natives. So for me, I want to be as healthy as I can be as I'm getting older.
Right.
So, and also to my kids. I have to be an example for my children.
Right.
And I'm very lucky that they love to work out here. My
Right.
son's 25, my daughter's 19, and they love to work out. And I've already got my 4-year-old granddaughter working out as well.
Oh, do you? Oh, that's right.
So
You got all
we're-
sorts of
We're doing,
equipment. Yeah.
so we got to start it on the right course. So, yeah, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing than being in the gym and be as healthy as I can and try to look as best as I can.
Sure.
And I just enjoy it totally.
Right.
I really do. So I'm in my elements. I'm amongst wonderful friends which
Right.
motivate me.
There you go. I was going to just ask about
That's the
that.
biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's the friends, and they come in, and they're all over here working out, and I really feel good when I come in. So
Right.
yeah,
Awesome, man.
So-
Yeah, and you're here like all the time.
all the time. I'm here 6 days a week.
There you go.
I'm
Yeah,
here
same
6
here.
days a week. So
We're
there's
here
no place else that I would rather be
Right.
than here.
6
yeah.
days a week. That's
I
right.
don't go
Yeah.
home until I get my workout in.
All right.
Yeah. So
Awesome,
I'm
man.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Star.
Thank you.
Again. So, what are one of the main reasons you're here, and what has kept you doing this for many years?
Well, first of all, since you put it that way, I joined my first gym in November of 1980. So I've been doing this for pretty close to 40 years. And the simplest way to put it is that it's more a lifestyle than it is a sport or a competition. It's, for me, a very effective way of getting to understand how my body works and what works and what doesn't work and how to feed it and how to exercise it and just take care of it.
Right.
Besides just lifting weights, it's just fun.
Right.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
And from a psychological standpoint, would you say this is a great place to kind of unwind?
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's very few other things in life where you can exert that focused, concentrated, all-out effort on something.
Right.
And that is very therapeutic from a stress perspective.
Okay. And what else would you say are some benefits, primarily that you can only get from working out and exertion?
Well, in a larger sense, as I get a little older, I grow more and more and more convinced that what we think of as aging is really more just letting ourselves go.
Right.
Because we're too busy making a living or raising kids or pleasing a boss or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Taking care of yourself, eating right, exercising is the best thing I know of to slow down the aging process.
Right.
So I just, if you don't want to end up in a wheelchair, lift weights.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There we go. Get a little better angle there.
On a more personal level, for me, not emotionally personal, but I am not built for running.
Right.
I'm not built for speed. I'm not built for a lot of things like that. But I am built for lifting weights.
Yeah. Right.
So
Right.
to each his own.
Right. Exactly.
And if this is the right sport for a person, then maybe that's the place to start for the psychology of it, and then everything else comes after that. It's very educational. It sure helps slow down the aging and all of that stuff.
Right. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, jeez. Where'd you put the butt? Nice. Let's talk a little bit about, well, you've been working out for quite a long time now.
Off and on.
Off and on, but yeah, but what's your main motivation and why are you still doing it?
To stay healthy. I have a bad lower back, so as long as I lift a little bit here and there, kind of keep up with things, it keeps me in decent shape and the back doesn't go out.
I'm going to have you speak up kind of a little more. So we've talked about it before. We know we have our old schoolmates and, and stuff. Well, you're 65, right?
Correct.
And they don't seem to be as in good a shape as you.
You're right.
Well, so I mean that's kind of a big part of your motivation as well, right?
It is. Yeah, just staying in shape, for the longevity of life and health, trying to do something with myself.
Well, sure, yeah. What about the psychological aspects of it for you? In terms of stress relief, or
sometimes it's stressful to get yourself there. Sometimes it's stressful when you're there. But once I'm there and I'm working out with people I know, I chill out, and it's relaxing, and it also makes you feel better later on.
right? As far as because I know you followed a lot of bodybuilders over the years and stuff. Has that been part of your motivation as well?
Yeah, we used to go to all the bodybuilding events and, hung with people that were fitness kind of people. Me and my wife both. It's always kind of motivated us to kind of stay at least in some sort of fitness
Right.
routine. Sort of.
You were just talking about your daughter being, what was it?
Yeah, she does triathlons. She
Yeah.
does running, riding, and swimming, so
Wow,
it's kind
yeah.
of cool to see her do that. She's been pretty successful on it.
Yeah, it sounds like
It's
it.
fun.
So would you say some of the aspects to lifting is a little sense of security? Physically?
No, my primary thing is just keeping my back in order, because I've got a bad lower back, and if I go in and push and pull and just do a lot of little things that activate your core, and my back stays in decent shape. But as soon as I quit doing it for weeks or months, I can feel the difference, and I have trouble with my back.
Okay, well that's significant.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
more about trying to keep myself healthy and the back in order.
Right. And of course with your love for automobiles, you're doing a lot of traveling and stuff, so I guess
Used to till COVID hit.
yeah, that's true.
Now
All right.
Now we're hanging out, working on cars here.
That's right. Well, we're out here in the sun. That's why he's not wearing a mask. As most people should know, that the UV light has a tendency to kill a lot of that. And of course, there's nobody else around.
That's right.
That's right. Well, thanks, Reg. Appreciate it.
Sure thing.
Okay. All right, guys. So now, Christopher, I'm going to ask you a little more different question, because you deal with, at your work, a lot of psychological issues, and I know for a fact that this place is a big relief for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you want to elaborate on any of that?
What I will say is just the work that I do, I understand how working out and physical fitness and a healthy lifestyle is really important for a lot of people's mental health and just the recoveries as well. Working at the VA hospital, a lot of veterans struggle with addiction, PTSD, depression, anxiety, just a wide range of diagnoses, and working out is a very positive intervention, very positive influence in their life, such as myself as well.
Right, right. So we come here and takes a lot of stress out, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, how do you go home?
I feel good. It's my country club.
And what about you, Kendall?
So I basically work out because my dad died from heart disease. So I
Oh,
feel
wow.
like,
I didn't know that.
I'm at high risk, very high risk for it. So
Oh, are you?
keeping in shape is really important for me.
Right on.
Reduce the chances of getting heart
So
disease.
major health concern, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And
So
how long?
My family deals with a lot of stuff. So diabetes, high cholesterol,
Okay.
all the things. So
All right. And you keeping all that in check right now?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, that's awesome, man. That's kind of the main point, you know?
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this? Pretty much?
All my life, pretty
I was
much.
going to say, yeah. Pretty much your life. And you?
Yeah, I've been working out since high school, but really got serious about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. I say I got serious when me and Chris, became partners, as far as working out.
Right.
That's when I got serious about it all, and we've actually been seeing a lot of results since we've been working out together.
Right. It's well that's was the other thing I was going to say, because when we get a good partner,
Yeah.
it really helps keep us motivated.
Make you push.
Make you
more.
push, yeah. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very important too. I'm trying to look good for the gals. You dig?
Awesome, man. Thank you guys.
Well, thank
All
you.
right.
Appreciate it. Well, it's not too fancy, but it sure works for me.
You all right?
My little gym.
Yeah. So what all do you concentrate on while you're in here? It's a good little home gym you got here. You got your rack, Smith machine. Basically, you do your pull-ups over there, and you got your leg press, which of course is important for what you got going on.
Yeah, and I use this a lot as well. I've experienced some difficulties with my knees as I get older, and so I have found that this makes effectively my squats
Right.
work a little better for me. And cyclists, one of their big issues is that they don't do enough upper body work to keep their chest opened up. They get kind of this rounded back posture. So I do quite a few things to try to eliminate that.
Right.
And I do lots of flexibility work. I'm still extremely flexible.
Good.
So,
And how old are you, Tony?
64.
64. You're a young pup, man.
That's me, buddy. Just a baby.
So how long have you been? Now we'll go from your perspective. Just tell everybody kind of what you do is your main source of competition.
Well, my main competitive drive is in track cycling, the Olympic track events.
Okay.
On the high bank velodromes. And I've been competing on the bicycle for 45 years now.
Okay.
I'm reasonably accomplished. I haven't finished my goal. I want to be the Masters World Champion. So that's why I'm training again this year. So ever optimistic.
Right.
I've been fairly successful. I've been the national champion. I've won the Pan American Games and a host of podiums in those events.
Right.
But never won the World Championship.
So that's your goal.
That's the goal.
Right on.
I'm the current U.S. national record holder in an event in my age group. And keep working at it. That's all you can do.
Right on. So you work out primarily because obviously you do a lot of leg press and you do a lot of leg work, right?
I do, yeah. Lots of hamstring work on the little hamstring curl machine. I do a lot of quads, calves, and as you said, I try to focus on cycling specific muscles and make the moves fairly cycling specific as well. And then upstairs I have all the cycling gear. I train up there on the bicycle when weather doesn't permit me to be on the road.
Sure. We'll take a look at that in a sec. So so you've been working out for most of your life, I guess.
Yeah, I wrestled through high school, so since I'm 13 years old, I've been doing something active. I found cycling when I was 14 or 15 years old because it was something the little guys could do. I was the 98-pound senior in high school, literally. Fascinating to me.
Record a little bit of this actually because I forgot. I kind of do on because you and I understand this aspect of the psychological dysfunction kind of going on in the world today, right? This is something I'm going to capitalize a lot on in this video at some point, and just like what you were talking about, just seeing the changes in other people. You're familiar with Teresa, and with the governor shutting down gyms or other people, they don't understand how important these are to the total overall social construct and how it interplays psychologically with.
Particularly for some people. For me, I'm quite comfortable. If I can't get to a gym, I'll go hiking or work out by myself.
Well, sure.
Lots of body weight stuff, the bicycle. Those
Sure.
are all. And I don't need the social aspect as a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who really need that social interaction.
Absolutely.
And the gym is where they find people who are like-minded, at least in something. And
Sure.
if you look at the polarity that's going on right now with race, politics, religion, everything right now, it's nice to go somewhere where you can have those differences and you're all still working
Won't
to hit
matter.
the max rep.
It don't
You know,
matter.
exactly.
It don't matter.
That's exactly right. And that becomes, for me, it's an absolutely emotional and psychological cleansing on a daily basis. For some people, I can understand, and I've watched her.
We get to the gym more, and I know from other people that, you know, you'll see it in the video, that it means a lot to them to go someplace, like you say. And it's just like, well, like automobiles. When you're amongst a bunch of car people, race doesn't matter, you know.
Right.
None of that shit matters, you know.
That's exactly
none of
right.
that stuff matters. Because you're all focused on something that's completely non-human, actually, in that regard. You
Well,
know.
and it's something that everybody can share in common. You can argue about Chevy and Ford instead of black and white.
That's right.
You know, it's a kind of a common fun argument, and
There you go.
It has been interesting to me. I have a broad spectrum of friends, from what I call religious zealots, all the way to my attorney and dear friend who is an ultra liberal leftist. That I was amused. He had never touched a firearm. I took him out and taught him to shoot an AR-15, you know, which is the big bad black
Sure,
gun.
yeah, the big bad gun.
Well, you know what? He likes that. He
You
thinks
think?
that's pretty cool. Sometimes just learning about something, whether it's learning how to lift weights, going to the gym and learning that, wow, this really helps your posture or your emotional status or your psychological being, that's cool.
Right?
It is cool. And for me, you know, this, I come up here and tinker with these things. I build them. You know,
Yeah.
you build stuff. You know what a pleasure that is.
Absolutely.
And you know, you got the right tools, and it's toys for big boys.
Yeah,
in this
toys for
case.
big boys, and you know, again, you know, it's cathartic, right? So
It truly
cathartic,
is.
yeah,
It truly
so
is.
cathartic. So
And it's wonderful. And as a matter of fact, for people like myself who are inherent show-offs, it's kind of nice, you know, at my age to be able to do pull-ups on my fingertips in front of the kids that I work with
Sure.
out in the field, and they think they're, you know, big bad guys. I go out and start the work, you know, the morning stretch exercises out in the field,
sure,
and you know, when they see an old man drop into the splits or do
Right.
fingertip pull-ups, they're like, man, that's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Well,
And I'm a show-off, so that's why I do it.
but because you can,
Exactly
because you
right.
can.
Exactly right.
And doing all this working out, and this is, to me, this is considered working out. I mean, you know, any of this is just.
It's all part of it. This collection is an outgrowth of my passion for the sport,
Sure, sure.
but it's you know, 5 of these get ridden regularly.
Sure, sure. Yeah, awesome, awesome.
Anyway,
Thanks again, Tony.
yeah, man.
All right, here. So go ahead and give me your name again.
Justin J.
Justin J.
out of Humboldt, Kansas.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And so I'm going to have to repeat everything I just did. So I'm trying to explain to people as I said earlier, the horsepower to weight ratio for a lot of my car guys understand that. And so what we're doing in powerlifting is his weight, his body weight, and what he can lift is what we call the coefficient or the Wilks number, right? Well, okay, so your weight is?
My weight for this meet was 136 pounds, and I was lifting in the 148 pound weight class.
Okay.
So I was kind of against it if you look at it like that.
Yeah, that's right. And so let's tell everybody what your bench press was.
My bench press was 231 pounds. My squat was 353 pounds, and then my deadlift was 463 pounds.
463 pounds. So that's a huge difference. So it's literally lifting well over 400 pounds. 400 times, 4 times his body weight. Oh, I won't.
No?
I know I won't.
All right.
And then my overall total was 1,047 pounds. For
Oh,
weight.
really? Wow. Jeez. Okay. That's great, man. And so your what was your Wilks number again?
7.3.
7.3.
It's pretty good.
That's really
I think
good.
the last meet last year was about a 6.9 or 6.8.
Okay.
Something.
Wow. So that's way up there. that's way up there, people. And so we talked about your motivation and your goals and the other things. So, yeah, that's kind of it. He won today's Natural Nationals, I guess, Oklahoma City, February 21st. And, well, today's the 21st. Yeah. So, all right, we'll hope to see more from this young man. And I hope that explains it a little better. He's a perfect example of some genetics and work. And
Hard work.
Hard work, that's right. It takes some work to get there. So you got some training coming up to meet your goal of 500. Yeah, so let me ask a couple more questions. So let me ask you this. What are some of the main reasons you lift, aside from being strong? And you probably didn't know you were strong anyway when you first started, so how did you first get started?
Just kind of use it as an outlet.
Oh, okay.
Just to kind of get away from everything, and you can just take any aggression you have right on the barbell.
Oh, okay. And that was primarily your reason then, right? Yeah. Okay. Then you just kind of realized you were strong. Okay. So
apparently.
Is that your motivation? What was your initial motivation?
Probably every meet, you just kind of build on that and you just kind of fall in love with it.
And yeah, so you just like keep motivated. Well, now you're even more motivated.
Yeah.
To keep going, what's your goals?
Probably to hit like a 500-pound deadlift would probably be my biggest goal right now.
Okay, well you're close.
Yeah.
You're real close, okay. Right, we all have to have goals, right?
That's right.
That's right. So your name and age?
Stephen Rael. I am 29 years old, born and raised in New Mexico.
Okay. Now, how long have you been working out?
I've been officially working out for like 11 and a half years now, but gotten serious with it probably within, I'd say, the last 6.
Okay. And making some gains, and what are your goals?
My goals is to enter as many powerlifting competitions in my lifetime as I can.
Okay.
Definitely try to at least medal in everyone that I compete in. Just give it 100%, because if I don't give it 100%, then that's just not my life. That's not my style. My style is to go full speed ahead and do the work to earn the gains and get the muscle growth I want.
Right. Okay. Do you want to all talk about any of your disabilities?
Well, I have a vision disability called optic atrophy and nystagmus.
Okay.
So basically what I know is I got too much anesthetic. I got too much anesthetic when I was 2 years old.
Oh.
And it fried my nerve endings in my eyes.
Oh, okay.
So that's why there's nothing wrong with my actual eye. It's the nerve. It's the nerve endings that are screwed up.
Okay.
So it's definitely given me a lot of challenges as I was growing up in life.
Sure.
I would say probably within the last 8 to 10 years, it's definitely been a struggle, but it's gotten a better struggle because I've been able to maintain balance. I've been able to get my balance back in certain aspects of life that I do.
Okay.
This has helped me a lot. Boxing and kickboxing have helped me a lot over the years.
Oh, cool.
So hand and eye coordination.
Absolutely.
Hand, legs, and eye coordination to throw kicks, punches, and just to get my reflexes faster.
And now you're just getting stronger.
Yeah. Now the name of the game is keep the strength up and just keep pressing on with life and making gains, making goals.
Right.
My major thing to do in life is to help people succeed in not only my goals, but their goals in physical fitness and in health. Because my ultimate goal is to be a personal trainer, but working on that as I speak right now.
Sure.
I love the gym. I love to pick people's brains about it. I love just the aspect of what it takes to build muscle and grow and get to know other people and the knowledge that they have.
Sure.
And definitely, even in the fight game, I like to just, work as hard as possible and keep up with everybody, but also know that, you know what, you give 100%, you're going to get 100% from everybody else. So at the end of the day, I've never let my vision issues stop me. Yeah, it's given me a lot of challenges and issues over the years, but I've worked and overcome a lot of them.
Yeah,
so
sounds like it. Yeah.
That's the major goal in the rest of my life, is just to conquer it and keep going and
Good for you, and I mean,
do my best.
Be a little inspiring for other people as well.
Yes.
That's the idea, right?
Yes.
Well, good for you, man.
Inspire and desire. That's the way we go. All I always wanted to do is, hey, this is my life story. I'll tell as many people as I can, but the more things I can get like that on the camera and be like, hey, let's get this out to as many people as possible so they can see this and know that I've made all these gains or worked for these gains.
Well, it's working for them, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely working for them. It's the form, it's the technique, it's putting it all together in one consistent
right.
Aspect of life. But
yeah,
this and like I say, boxing and kickboxing is the best part of my life because
right on. Okay.
It's what makes me me. It makes me feel like I'm alive when I come into these places.
Right. Well, good, man.
So, thank you
You're
again.
very welcome, man.
It was
we'll
amazing.
Talk to you soon,
yes,
okay?
sir.
Well, this is our friend John, and we've known each other for 15 years or so.
About that.
Yeah. And you're getting back in the gym and getting yourself in shape and working on your own disabilities and getting that in shape, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, was I able to tell you so to interrupt?
No, it's all
right.
But
I actually graduated from the structural physical therapy I was doing.
Oh, right on.
All the muscle groups and everything like that I was doing, I surpassed everything they could give me.
Wow, excellent. So
and now I'm doing fine motor controls.
Okay. So that's what the gym is doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm doing. That just happened Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right on. So now you're just the gym?
The gym, and I'm having I start with a trainer Monday.
Oh, okay.
And I'm having the trainer contact physical therapy and give it down low on everything I can't say.
Okay.
Or don't know how to put.
Well, that's all right. Yeah. So, progress then, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So now you're getting a little stronger and more mobility and like you say, working on your fine motor skills.
Yes.
So so we're doing a quick interview, obviously. So in your case, your disability is from an accident, a car accident.
Yeah, the car accident.
And that was
back in 2004.
Okay. And so far, your main issue is the right side.
I had a left-hand side brain injury, which affected and paralyzed me right-hand side.
Okay. And that's what we're working on.
Yeah, I brought myself out of the paralyzation and wouldn't take no for an answer. And now I'm just working on the mobility and the fine motor skills we just pointed out. That's all I was able to do max in physical therapy, which I was surprised at. But
wow. So it's a big deal though to go as far as you have with this. Yeah, and it's been good to see your progress. And now you're just going to get stronger and better.
Yeah, focus.
Focus, yeah. Good for you, man. Well, we'll continue to kind of watch how that goes.
Well, thank you, sir. You have a wonderful day.
And I'm tired of the people who try to down talk NASA. It really drives me nuts.
That's the best culture that I've been a part of, honestly. You know what I mean? When I started working with them, this is 11 years now, and that was huge. You can relate to this. Is when I'm speaking with like newer athletes or powerlifters that are thinking about coming to NASA, even before in that beginning 11 years, I trained with USAPL. I went with NGPF, the USA, all of them. I mean, I have medals and stuff from way back from a decade ago, right? But the thing huge separation point was NASA. It was always equal. It was always fair. It wasn't, no matter what state I went to, it was like, oh fuck, it was something weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You don't get that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, it's cliquey, or it's
Very clicky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was huge for me. It was just like, you know, these people are, this is real. You know what I mean? Like NASA's real. You know, I competed with them in Indiana. It was the same. It was the same vibe, same culture. Illinois, same vibe, same culture. Arkansas, Oklahoma. It was like Ohio. You know, so that's good people. You know what I mean? That don't switch up on you and stuff, or it's, you know, they're shooting for the home team or something like that. You know, some of the stuff that he spoke on tonight really hit home. You know, I was tearing up. I teared up. I did, man. I was really trying to hold it, but yeah.
I've only ever been to one outside meet besides NASA, and that was when I was just interested in seeing powerlifting.
Yeah.
It was I think USAPL.
Yeah. I competed with them before.
The vibe there was, you know, these guys walking around like they were God's gift to the earth, you know, and there was no interaction. People were all there. They're all there for themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that didn't feel good. So when I found out, somebody told me about NASA from my gym, and I entered, but I didn't think I'd become part of powerlifting because I didn't like the vibe.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get one in the books, you know, just for fun.
Yeah.
And I remember I missed my first lift, my squat. I didn't get deep enough. And I was like mortified. I didn't know what that meant. Am I out of the meet? What does that mean? You know, I just didn't know. And everybody was so friendly and encouraging. You can do it. Here's what you need to do. And they're giving me advice. I'm
For
like,
NASA.
oh, that's really cool for NASA.
Yep.
And they got me through it, and I made my second one and my third one, and it was just.
See, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. That's power. That's powerlifting.
And then David was watching me warm up, and he's like, yeah, you're warming up too much. He's like, you're going to burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he kind of, he taught me how to back down from the warming up, and you know, just always.
Yeah, you don't get that. You don't get that. You know, I traveled a lot too, and you don't get, I don't want to say outsiders, but you just don't get that camaraderie.
It's like a Shark Tank.
Yeah, it really is, man. It's cutthroat. It's so cutthroat, you know.
Which is unusual.
And they herd
Yeah,
them
it's
through
weird.
bigger
It shouldn't be
meets.
like that, you know.
They herd them through like cattle.
Yep. Yeah, well, it's just like Rich said, you know, it's almost like that corporate feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just get in, get out, and, you know, when it's done.
Makes you feel it's just for the money.
Yeah. Well, you lose a lot. You lose a lot, honestly, when you don't have that experience and you don't
miss
have
a
that.
lift and they don't tell you why.
Yeah, NASA's different for that. You know, that's why we've been here. That's why I have my kids competing with them now. You know what I mean? 7 and 10, right, guys? Power lifters.
You guys tired?
When they're awake.
Yeah, they had it's been a long
Been
day.
a long day. Yeah.
I give them a lot of credit. They've been hanging in there though. But
Let me get your name and your age.
Alexander Ursing. I actually just turned 35 February 7th.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So still out here slanging and banging that iron. You know.
Yeah.
The best of my ability. You know.
Where were you from?
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Yep. Yeah, it was about a 13-hour drive for us down here.
Ooh, wow.
So
Yeah.
it was a little bit, but it was worth it. You know.
Yeah.
This was my first national banquet with NASA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had a couple nominations, and I didn't know which way I was going to go. You get nominated, it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
I had to talk with my kids that you never know how it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's just an honor to get nominated.
Part of life.
So I wanted to be a part of this, and we ended up walking away with 4 awards.
Yeah, that's
so I don't
cool.
know.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's going to hit me when we get back to the hotel again, because I teared up at the table. I'm sure you probably did too.
Oh,
yeah. I teared up at the table a little bit. It's huge. You know?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, NASA.
Well, because it's a lot of work.
It is.
I mean, that's the thing.
It's to be acknowledged. You know what I mean? So it's not just kind of like what we were saying. You know, they're trophies. You know, the custom trophies, the custom plaques. You know, that shows that they care.
Instead of
You know
just
what I mean?
buying some
It's not.
stuff.
Yeah, you don't just get the same medal that 100 other people get. You know, give you a handshake and then send you on your way. You know, you can just feel the depth of their love for the sport and for the culture for us, for the lifters. You know, so I'm 100% with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm 100% with that.
Yeah. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a culture.
It is.
Right? It's a subculture.
It really is. Yeah, it really is.
And it's I think it's a growing culture from what I can tell. Of course, YouTube helps a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Different platforms like that.
Yep.
That get it out there, and so.
Well, the best thing about powerlifting is everybody can do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There's more gifted.
Yeah. I mean, you'll rise. You know, you'll have
you
athletes
guys.
that rise, but anybody can do it, which is really cool. You know, and it's just crazy because
anybody can do it, but they're not willing to put the work into it.
Well,
that's what I'm finding.
Just show up. You know what I mean? Just show up. You'll be next to a firefighter. You could be next to, you know what I'm saying? A school bus driver.
Oh,
you
yeah.
could be,
of course.
Having the worst day, best day, and at the end of the day, just picking up that iron. You know what I mean? It's all the same. That iron treats us all the same.
That's right.
We go through the same struggles. We go through the same successes. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, just getting in there and just throwing down.
Which is something kind of interesting about that theory, that aspect of it.
Yeah.
That it's something that it doesn't matter who you are. You know.
Yeah.
Give it your shot.
Yeah, that's
Give
it.
a shot.
That's it. Man, powerlifting is for everybody, if you ask me.
You don't have to. If you go pick up the 2.5 pound dumbbell, or if you pick up the 150 pound dumbbell, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you're in there.
Yeah.
Putting the work in.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
The work's different for everybody.
But I think it takes the type of person that does that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's kind of like any other type of sport or activity. It's a brotherhood in that regard.
Yeah.
You know, that's the subculture.
Like I said, you got that in common. Just show up. Yeah, just show up and put what you can in. You know, into the gym.
The big
whether you're lifting 500 pounds or not, right? You know,
but the big difference that we're talking about is like this organization. You get support.
Yeah.
And you get some follow up. Like these judges will tell you why you got red lighted.
Yeah, they're absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and we've
These
talked
guys are
to other
amazing.
people at USPL, like even Precious. You know, it's just like they don't tell you. They don't tell you what the hell you did.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little annoying.
Yeah.
You know, well, I read lighted. Why? I don't know. See
Move
ya.
on. Get on the
Move on
platform.
next. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta care. You gotta care. You know what I mean? No matter who you are, people can feel that.
That's right.
You know what I mean? When it's driven by passion, by love, like you can feel that. You know what I'm saying? It makes you do more. It makes you do better. Honestly, you know.
I agree.
Thank you for this.
Gets more of you out.
So one last question. So why did you start powerlifting?
Why did I start?
Yeah.
The gym was kind of my outlet, I guess. You know what I mean? The gym was my escape, my therapy, my my stress reliever. You know, my way to get out of depression, my way to get away from a bad day.
Right.
I didn't even know what's crazy is I didn't even know you could compete in powerlifting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So no BS. You know, this was over 10 years ago. I was already doing all the movements. You know, the squat, the bench, the deadlift, just working my butt off in the gym. You know, long hours, and I had no interest in powerlifting in high school. You know, I just didn't do it. You know, we worked out and stuff like that, but no pursuit. I had a buddy of mine that told me in the gym, we were in this powerhouse gym. He said, "Why don't you do a powerlifting meet? You know, you're pretty strong for your weight class." And I thought he was joking. You know what I mean? I really didn't think it was. I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "You know, like a bench or a dead or, you know." And it was like, so I can take this to a competition and challenge somebody, because I was all right in my book. I was all right. And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right. Well, what do we do? What do we do next? You know?" And then he showed me a meet. I can't remember what federation it was. Might have been USAPL. I'm not sure. It was in Wisconsin. I ended up entering just bench only, you know, and I think I did like 245 pounds on a bench at 165, and I ended up winning somehow. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was kind of surreal. My mother actually came to that competition. It was so weird. I can still remember that day. and they gave me this little plaque. You know, I had this little plaque. That's when I got hooked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was from that moment. It's like, you know what? Maybe I can do this again. Let me see if I can do it again. And then 2 or 3 months later, I signed up for another one, did another one, and then like 2 or 3 months later, I did another one, and then and so on and so on and so on and so on. You know what I mean? And then I started stepping it up. I went to like the state fair, and then that was like the big one. And then I went to like a regional, and then it wasn't for probably about 3 years when I did my first nationals. I don't know. You know how it is. You know what I mean? You get that bug when you actually find something, especially when it's something you're doing 5 days a week, right? When you're doing it, it's like why not put this to something? And I really loved it. That's why I speak so passionately about it, because I know the power in it. I know the power in the community, the power in the people, the power in yourself that you can find. You become very powerful when you find out what you can do by yourself. You know what I mean? When it's just you in that bar, right? I mean, you can have the best coach, you can have the best support system, you can have all that. But if you're not there, it ain't doing nothing. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I learned a lot of power in that, and it helped mold who I am as a father, as a man, as everything that I am. So it changed my life. One of the best, if not the best, healthy outlet, positive outlet that you can get your hands on, literally. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
I would recommend anybody that's going through something or not. Pick up the bar, get out of the bar, and come pick up this bar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's awesome.
I'll leave you with that.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
All right, there you go. It's the first in a series of this kind of information, and hope it's motivating for you. Everybody has different reasons, everybody has different motivations, and importantly, it's about keeping going at this age. So goals, it's all about goals in this case, and knowing more and learning more about what makes it better for you, for your health. There's tons of information. I have links below with all sorts of people I follow that have great information, and this will be, so we'll go into series 2 or part 2 of this here in the future, so stay tuned.